Hi everybody, this is Sam. This is my first video blog. I'm writing it. Can you tell I've been writing a lot? I am doing it because I've been doing a bunch of written blog posts for people that have been interested in the writing process. And I understand a lot of people don't actually like to read, so I'm making this video blog partially because I watched a video that said if you want to sell lots of books that you should be on social media. So this is my first one, so I'm just going to tell you about what's going on right now. A lot of you have probably seen by my insane amount of Facebook posts that I've been writing a book. So what's going on there is I've been writing my whole life, since middle school, high school, encouraged by my teachers, so on and so forth. And then I got to college and just kind of stopped, because college is hard. And I was doing so much reading and writing for things that I didn't want to read and write for, that I kind of lost all of my desire to do so. And they were things that I used to really, really enjoy. So after grad school, and I quit grad school and moved around for a little while, when I moved back home, I started writing fan fiction again for the first time in a few years. And for those of you who don't know, fan fiction is when you take a fandom, which is like your favorite show, your favorite movie, your favorite book series, and you write a story within that realm of possibilities. So half the work is already done for you. The settings are there, the characters are there. All you have to do kind of is think of a plot and take your characters where you're meaning for them to go. So I've been in a fan fiction loop for like 6 years. I would write one fan fiction and think of 3 more ideas, and so I just kept on going. At this point, I've now written over 500,000 words of fan fiction, which, for those of you who don't know word counts, 100,000 words is over 200 pages on a Word document. So I've probably written 3 or 4 books worth of fan fiction over the course of 51 different stories now, with 2 more in the works. But the thing about fan fiction is you can't actually publish it, and you can't make any money on it. So I've basically just been spending all of my time at home, writing for the fun of it, for no reason whatsoever except to make myself happy, which is cool. But the other thing is that the audience that I'm writing it for seems to be a bunch of little kids who are obsessed with gay sex. So when I write good plots with good characters, I only get about 3 or 4 dedicated readers who read all of my stuff and are happy about it, but the rest of them don't even bother to open it up. So it makes me really depressed, because I spend hours upon days upon weeks upon months writing all of these stories, and nobody actually reads them. So my friend Frankie, who is on Facebook here, and I also talk to on AOL Instant Messenger or AIM, I met her on a fanfiction site because her art is amazing, and I saw it and clicked on it and asked her how she posted art on a fanfiction site, and apparently it's a thing, and I didn't know that. And her and I have been talking a lot since then, and she has sort of the same problem where she enjoys writing, but has never finished anything original, and has always meant to publish a story, an original one, and make some money on it. She's got several ideas in the works that she has been working on but never finished, and I've had 2 or 3 ideas stewing up in my brain and cooking that I never had the courage to finish. So her and I sort of made a pact that after the story that we're working on now was finished, that we would try to write something original. However, the one that we're working on now is, for whatever reason, been delayed and delayed and delayed, and then NaNoWriMo came around and we changed our minds. So for those of you who don't know what NaNoWriMo is, it stands for National Novel Writing Month, and it's for the month of November, and it's a challenge to yourself to write 50,000 words over the course of the month of November, which for an actual novel-size publication is about 200 pages. So they're saying write a novel in November. If I really put my mind to it, I can write 50,000 words in 1 to 2 weeks. So I'm not thinking it's actually going to be much of a challenge, but Frankie and I are using it as a challenge to ourselves to finally write that book that we've always been meaning to write. So her and I have now made a contract, and we're trying to keep each other encouraged to finally do this once and for all and be done with it. So this is what we're doing. I have now mapped out my entire plot. I've invented all of my characters. I have conflicts and minor conflicts. I have a planning document that has 23 tabs of information because I'm organized like that, and that's what I do. I drew myself a map. I think about it all the time. If you're wondering why I talk really fast, it's because in order to write, I need coffee. A lot of coffee. So I actually write the best between the hours of 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning after 2 to 3 pots of coffee after work. I'm not kidding. This is when my brain is apparently at its best. It works at about 1,000 miles an hour. It remembers every single vocabulary word I've ever learned, every literature device, motifs and themes and alliteration and foreshadowing and plot twists and character death. That's when all of the stuff, it just flows out onto the paper. So I write really, really fast between those hours. I also have a secondary writing mode that some of you may have heard about, and that involves a lot of alcohol, which is for the story that Frankie and I are working on. That's the one I have to use because my character point of view is suicidal and depressed, so I drink when I write him. Everyone else, I drink coffee. Like my Gumby cup. So, as of this point, I'm just sort of informing you that this is what's going on with me. So if you see 1,000 posts about me writing, don't be annoyed, I guess. Encourage me. If you're interested in reading what I'm writing about, that's cool. I'll talk about the plot in the next video, because this one's already 6.5 minutes, and I know a lot of people's attention span is about the length of a goldfish's memory, so I'm just probably going to stop it right about here and tell you about my story in the next one. So if you're interested in what I'm going through right now, the fact that I've been writing my whole life and now I'm finally trying to publish, and if you think that that's exciting, then check out the next video. Thank you.